What's going on YouTube? This is Andres Romero coming back to you from Team Dynasty Vanguard with another Vanguard V-Series revamped deck profile of Genesis for Valkerion. This is from the support with Astral Force. So starting off with the starter, we are using Pan New Style, basically the main starter for the deck. For the main grade 4, the main boss monster of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Giant Deity of Distant World Valkerion. This card can only be placed on an astral plane, and if it's placed on any other circle, it is retired instantly. Then when placed, you get to look at, when placed on an astral plane, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, discard one from among those 5, and whatever grade that card had, the Valkyrians get that many drive checks. For grade 3s, we are playing 4 copies of the Trial Deck grade 3 Gleaming Lord Uranus. If this card has 5 force markers on the Vanguard circle, while on Vanguard, you get to open the astral plane behind the Vanguard circle. When this is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, Soul Blast 2, get an imaginary gift force and place it on the Vanguard circle. For the new grade 3 of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Origin Deity of Heavenly Light Uranus. Origin Deity of Heavenly Light Uranus' ability: if your Vanguard has 3 or more force markers, Soul Blast 1 or more cards with a sum equaling grade 5 or greater, and turn the back row center rearguard into the astral plane. Then, on Vanguard, once per turn, at the end of the battle that your astral deity attacked, rest 2 astral poets, and you can stand one of your astral deities minus 5 drive checks. Good to get that extra push in with the Valkerion. Then for the last grade 3 of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Quaking Heavenly Dragon Strios Dragon. Same ability, if you have 5 force markers on it, gets the astral plane in the back row. But counterblast 1 while in Vanguard circle, get an imaginary force. Then, once per turn, you may soul blast 1 card if you have a unit in the astral plane. Soul blast 1 to draw a card. For the new grade 2 of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Phononymous of the Constellations. Phononymous' ability is, this unit gets 5k when it attacks for every force marker on the board, on your circles. Then if you have 3 or more force markers, counterblast 1 to draw a card. Then for the last grade 2 of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Battle Maiden Mitsuki, still the standard card from Infinity Cradle. When placed, counterblast Soul Blast. Draw a card, then give an imaginary gift force onto the Vanguard circle when placed on Vanguard. For the grade 1s, we are only playing 2 copies of Deputized Bear, which is look at the top 7 cards of the deck and look for Giant Deity Distant World Valkerion, then put it to your hand. But if your force markers are 2 less on the Vanguard circle, you have to put a card from your hand into the soul. Now, for the new grade 1 of the deck, we are playing 4 copies of Decay of the Just Path. Decay's ability, when placed, put a card from your hand into the soul. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. You get to add 2 Astral Poets from among them. If you added 2, you get an imaginary gift force onto the Vanguard circle. Now for the last grade 1 of the deck, I believe, yes, we are playing only 3 copies of Atlas of Heavenly Spear. Atlas ability, when placed on Vanguard, Soul Charge 1. Then counterblast 1 on Rearguard. Put the soul, draw a card. If your Vanguard is an Astral Poet, draw an put a force marker on the Vanguard circle. Sorry about that little mini stroke. Now for the triggers of the deck, we are playing 8 crit, 4 draw sentinels, and 4 heal triggers. Preferably with this deck with all the new support, a lot of people see this deck going force 1. But in my recent playtesting of this deck, I am definitely deciding that I've gone Force 2 with the deck. Because the only thing is, you only need 3 markers on the Vanguard. So say you got 2 early on. As soon as you have like the cards in your hand, you could probably just place 1 in the back row, which is pretty good. So basically, Force 2 is a good viable option. Have a Force 2 on the astral plane, so Valkerion swings with 70k with it automatically has 2 critical. But then, having the restander actually helps. Oh, sorry about that. My tripod. Because, have the astral plane back here, have Valkerion attack, swing, you have like 5 drives if you discard a Valkerion, triple drive, say you get crits, I would say give crit to Valkerion, power to the Vanguard since the Vanguard's not going to have any power. You're basically pushing damage there from that. And basically forcing more cards out of your opponent's hand when you restand Valkerion. That's why I made them go Force 2 now with this deck. Force 1 would be viable at certain other opponents in this game, but I do enjoy Force 2. So basically, this has been my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Andres from Team Dynasty Vanguard signing off.